Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aulia Rahmadinda Siregar. I'm from class 2C from English Language Department. Here I will present about my critical and evaluative listening. The title is Was Management Podcast. So keep on watching. First, I will tell to you that I got this video from YouTube. Okay, I will explain about waste management in the podcast. So first, this video is tell us how to be recycling the waste in the country and how to save the cleanliness in the school. So that's explain us how to be waste management. They look very spirit for discuss about the waste management. So in this podcast, there is two girls that explain how their spirit when they're saving the waste management. They very care about cleaning in their around. This video also discuss about waste management in school. Invite us to realize the importance of recycling waste and then making a new product then to be can be reused. So they think that they can make a product that can be reused. From this video is invite us to care more about cleanliness. From this podcast we can take many education and many knowledge about recycling rubbish in our country. We must aware that we don't just product waste, but we also have to recycling it to become goods that can be reproduced. So this is very give us knowledge and education for trying in our country. Waste management very important for our country. For make we aware how the important recycling the waste management. Alright guys, maybe until here explanation from me. I'm sorry if I have mistake. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lisna Putasari, and this chance let me present about my critical and evaluative journal. I put this video from YouTube, and the duration of the video is 7 minutes. The topic of the video is air pollution. First, what is air pollution? Air pollution occurs when the air contaminated with any chemical, physical, and biological agents. Next, two types of air pollution. First, odor air pollution. Odor air pollution can be polluted by natural or biogenic sources and human or anthropogenic sources. Natural or biogenic sources of odor air pollution includes pollen, past fires, and dust from desert. Meanwhile, the humans or anthropogenic sources of odor air pollution include industries, burning the fossil fuels, and motor vehicles. In 2012, odor air pollution was estimated to have caused 3.7 million deaths around the world. The second type of air pollution is indoor air pollution. There could be many sources of indoor air pollution. The most common sources of indoor air pollution in the world is solid foods like food, charcoal, dung, or crop waste that are used for cooking or heating. And then how to reducing air pollution? First from the government, then industries, and individuals. In this video, the discussion of air pollution is very complete and accompanied by the writings and the picture, so that make us more understand what the videos talk about. So I think this video is very useful for all of us. For everyone who has watched this video, let's implement a solution to deal with air pollution and reduce activities that causes air pollution. Because the air pollution can kill us. So, air pollution is dangerous for us. Okay, by listening from this video, here's some word that I didn't know, but now I found out their meaning. Asbestos, asbestos. Exhaust, knalpot. tobacco smoke, asap tembakau. Pollution, serbuk seri. Refineries, kilang. Dust, debu. Chronic lung, paru-paru kronis. Heart disease, penyakit jantung. Chemical, kimia. Fossil fuel, bahan bakar fosil. Bushfires, kebakaran hutan. Inadequate ventilation, ventilasi tidak memadai. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Rani Pramudita, and now I want to tell you about the audio that I listened to. And the audio talk about China, which process their waste by burning it. Landfills in China are full of garbage. The fact that the waste production in China is almost the same as waste production in the US. China's government believes that the best way to treat waste is by burning it in an incinerator. This method has been done in several places in China. Most of incinerators are run by private companies. Whoever provides the lowest price wins a contract from the government. However, with a low price, the quality of the incinerator will definitely decrease, so that the waste not burn cleanly. This results in dirty air in China. In my opinion, the idea to burn waste in an incinerator is very genius. But it will be nice if China's government do it maximally, so that no one will be harmed. China's government should be more focused with the health of the country than the benefit of the state, because the health of the people around the country is the priority. Okay everyone, I think that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I will explain about how garbage is recycled at the US largest recycling facility. New York City main recycling facility takes in all residential recycling in bins and bags throughout the 5 boroughs. The process of recycling is there is a 4 process to recycling garbage. The first process is shredding. A conveyor belt takes the materials to a slow speed shredder. It composes down on waste, leaving more manageable material. The second process is separating. Glass, paper, plastic, and metal are divided. Glass and paper are sorted at a different facility. The third process is magnetizing. Metal and plastic slide under a giant magnetic drum, and it's designed to grab things like wire hangers and tin cans. The fourth and last process is sorting. The materials process three ways. The first is ballistic sorting. Retains 3D materials like plastic bottles, sort out things like plastic bag. And the second, optical sorting, used infrared light to scan through 10,000 objects a minute. Next, human sorting, manual sorting by person. Finally, sorted material is cubed into massive block and then ready to recycle. So Those are the four processes of recycling waste, from waste to items that can be used again. From the four process above, it is hoped that it can open the eyes of friends about how to benefit of recycled waste, or if someone can process the trash, then it can be used as a useful item. So I think that's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khairunisa Nur Fitria. In this video, I will explain about soil pollution. What is soil pollution? Soil pollution is the contamination of soil of a particular region is defined as soil pollution. The penetration of harmful pesticide and insecticide that deteriorate of soil quality, make the soil contaminate and unfit for use. What causes of soil pollution? First is industrial waste like harmful gases and chemical, pesticide, fertilizer, and insecticide. Second is ignorance towards soil management. And the third, unfavorable and harmful irrigation practices. What are the effects of soil pollution? First is loss of soil nutrition present in it. Second is disturbance in the balance of flora and fauna. Third, increase the salinity of soil, makes it unfit for vegetation. Crops that manage to grow in polluted soil can be poisonous enough to cause serious health problems in people consuming them. Fourth is creation of toxic dust. Death of organisms in soil affect the predator that depend on them. So, what we can do to prevent of soil pollution? We can follow a proper soil management system, maintain sewage system well, and avoid the overuse of chemicals. I think that's enough to explain about the soil pollution, hopefully useful for us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.